making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So today I quickly want to cover what happened at the Adhoc committee, what I call as Julius Malema saving the day. And I feel like a lot of people might not be covering this either because they don't want to praise Julius Malema, but he literally saved the day, and I don't understand how anybody cannot see this. Fine. So the ad hoc committee said they're gonna call General Konazi on the to testify before them, and obviously was gonna do the oath. So the senior counsel, who advocate Arons, starts to read the supplementary statement, which I actually saw also him going here journalist saying bana arguing over a statement, and I'm like, hey bana, even a senior journalist doesn't understand what the problem here is. Yeah, understand? Even a senior journalist doesn't understand what the problem here is. And had someone else raised that, it wouldn't be a problem. But now it's becoming a problem because it was raised by Julius Malema, and he saved that. Because had the ad hoc committee continued on that supplementary statement that the senior counsel was reading, and Gamandu says he's asking my question, Julius Malema asked him, what law is that? You are a senior counsel. What law is that? We've brought you here to advise, and now you are here. I think his role and goal was just to sabotage. His goal was just to sabotage. And thank God that CIC is like is on alert. Because sometimes when you are listening, you can kind of zoom out. You can. It's possible to zoom out. So I'm so glad, and I saw Dr. Kumani there as well. I'm like, yo, I'm so glad that CIC is there. I saw Snawa there. I'm glad that, like, even though he's there with Leanne Matesi, Dr. Kumani is there, is listening. Osnawa, they're there. I mean, everybody is listening, and I like that. So, okay, fine. Coming back to the senior counsel, reading a supplementary statement from the Madlanga Commission. And I remember this, they debated this so much because I watched some of the sessions back when they were saying we are not a subcommittee of the Madlanga Commission. We are an independent committee appointed or by Parliament. There were the speaker said there must be that ad hoc committee. So and how they do their overall thing, and how they are going to proceed after there's like when there's people implicated, how they want to proceed to hold them accountable. It's totally different from the Madlanga Commission, because the Madlanga Commission, after collecting the evidence and everything, they will give it to the president. So it's totally different. Now, it's very, very important as well that General Konazi takes the oath, writes an original statement which they can go back to whenever there is something that they want to take further. Like, they have to have an original statement. Otherwise, they will want to investigate something later on, and they will not have an original statement. 5 years to come, they will want to go back and see what was the statement submitted in the ad hoc committee. There will not be a statement or evidence of that. So technically, had they continued with that supplementary statement that was read by the senior counsel, by the way, had Julius Malema not interfered there, then this whole thing that they're doing would have been just been a waste of time. And I don't understand how people don't see that. It's not because I'm hearing people making it about, it seems like this is about the fact that they don't want to be a subcommittee of Madlanga Commission. No, them not wanting to be a subcommittee of Madlanga Commission, it's because they will not be able to investigate some things if they act like the subcommittee of Madlanga Commission. They will not be able to investigate some things. Everything needs to be done properly. They need to be independent, so that whenever they refer back, they can refer back to their own separate things. If they continue now with the things from the Madlanga Commission, they will not be able to do anything. They will just be toothless. So it's very, very, very important. And I don't understand how you can miss that. I don't understand how you cannot understand that. Yeah, one. So I do want to play a few clips from today, but before that, I saw IOL as well. Was misleading here. They released an article that says, "Guti Malema says KZN Police Commissioner testimony is invalid. Committee adjourns." That's not true. But because they're pushing propaganda, and I think they thought they would. A part of me is like the senior counsel wanted to sabotage that thing. You cannot tell me that someone who a senior who knows the law in and out can make a blunder like that, a mistake like that from the beginning. Absolutely no way. That's why Julius Malema, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm a lawmaker. What law are you teaching? What law is that? Yeah, so Ababaga IOL now, they are giving this narrative out. Julius Malema does saying General Nhlanhla had not even testified, by the way. He had not even started. So what testimony? Like, is he saying it's invalid? So all he's asking was that things must be done properly. And I'm so glad that he was there. I'm so glad that he was there, because he's able to catch these things one by one. So before I attach these clips, because I do want to attach these clips, and I want you guys to listen for yourself, especially for the people that were not listening. So it says here, I just want to read like a few reactions from certain people. So someone says, separation of powers is of paramount importance in South African Constitution. Julius Malema is wise, as he foresee a blend-up a committee would never be able to defend their reports based on the Madlanga Commission. Someone else said, remember I'm just doing reactions. Someone else said, this one was trying to explain to people that were actually attacking Julius Malema, saying, oh, he wants to shine, he's trying to... Oh, Sana, guys. Oh, Sana. So this person says, it's similar to... oh, he's trying to explain to them. He says, it's similar to exams where there is Section A and Section B. Questions from Section B can't be answered from Section A, vice versa. Though they from the same book, both sections need to be answered constructively with their own terms without breaching each other. So this person was trying to answer someone. So this person says, makes sense. So now Mkhwanazi must make a statement for this current committee, then take an oath for it. Exactly. Then take an oath for it. He must make a statement for the ad hoc committee and then take an oath. He can't take an oath without making a statement to the current committee. Oh, Sana, guys. So yeah, a lot of people, of course, like the comments that I'm seeing here, they are from obviously people that are from my side, because these are the things that I've shared. So, but I do want to quickly read this thing that was written by Usna. Usna said, the crew of radio personalities, podcasters, and handful of anti-Malema engagement farming accounts are determined to cast doubt on the ad hoc committee in parliament and are adding no value to the discourse. Two separate arms of state, the executive and the legislature, are conducting an inquiry. To expect the legislature to deal with the supplementary statements of a commission established by the executive when no founding statements are before them, and further reference to the Madlanga Commission constantly in a process of the legislature, is a dangerous undermining of separation of powers. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. Let me play you guys the clip from CIC, one of the MPs, and then I'm gonna play one from the MK MP as well, because everybody who spoke after Malema after that understood, even the chair. So let me just play it for you guys.
Senior counsel can't say that. Can't say the first statement to us is supplementary statement. That coming from a senior counsel. That the first statement you make is called supplementary statement. What law are you teaching people? It's unacceptable, and we can't help them, Chair, to cure it here in front of cameras. He has to go back and do the right thing. Because even if General Mkhwanazi says, this is my statement to Parliament, But what is written on this thing is supplementary statement. You can't change it. It's here before us. You are going to call General Mkhwanazi before this committee without an original statement. Where have you ever had a situation where you are told the first statement to be disposed is supplementary statement? If we're to ask the senior counsel, where's the original statement? He won't produce it. So if this is the original statement, let it be, let them go and correct it. So it serves here properly. And then we all proceed. And what makes it painful is that it doesn't matter whether colleagues want to do whatever they want to do. We debated this matter many times in this committee and emphasized that General Mkhwanazi will have to dispose a statement to the committee, even if it means cut and paste, as long as there is an original statement to the committee. So that answer doesn't even, General Mkhwanazi doesn't get involved anywhere. He was called, he was asked questions, he was being helped by evidence leaders on how these things can be done. So to invite him now and say, is this an original statement or not? It's incorrect. He gave them what they asked him to give them. If they were not satisfied, they were supposed to come back to us. Now, the legal team does exactly what we want when we appointed the legal team. That there's no legal team which is going to take decisions on behalf of this committee. Now he goes and takes a decision that a supplementary statement will be an original statement and brings it here and embarrass us in front of cameras like we are a group of people who don't know anything. He says General Mkhwanazi took an oath at Madlanga Commission. And therefore, because he took an oath at Madlanga Commission, because we do what Madlanga has done, why should he take an oath here? If that's how it works. He disposed the statement at Madlanga. His statement at Madlanga is the statement before us. We must accept that. We must also accept Madlanga's oath. Going to take an oath twice on the same statement. On the same statement. There's no law that says that. I might not be a lawyer, but I'm a lawmaker.
You'll recall that the senior counsel did confirm to us in the last Adhoc committee meeting that there will be an original statement for the work of the Adhoc committee, and the Commission of Inquiry statement will be just an attachment. So when I saw that the statement itself is addressed to the chair of the Adhoc committee, I thought that's what we have agreed about. So when I saw supplementary, I thought that the general is supplementing the statement of the 6th of July. So hence, I didn't notice what Honorable Malema has noticed. I think it's just unfortunate, and we must plead with our evidence leaders to avoid making such mistakes so that we don't tamper with the credibility of the process itself. So in trying to mitigate the situation, maybe, because it's supposed to be sworn statement instead of supplementary statement. So I would want to request that we adjourn for 15 minutes and that defect be cured. Then we take a
committee. We debated the role that should be played by Parliament. And we said the doctrine of separation of powers is very clear on the role that should be played in terms of the constitutional mandate by each state or by each organ of the state. But today, we find ourselves in a situation where we are being misled by the technical team or by the legal advisors of this ad hoc committee, because if you say we must rely on the statement of the Madlanga Commission, you are simply subverting the constitutional responsibility of Parliament in this regard. And let's avoid this thing of mentioning Madlanga. Madlanga is a decision of the executive, not a decision of Parliament. We are doing our own, we are initiating our own process here. So we're not going to do any copy and paste kind of work and said, no, because this one has been done by Madlanga. Because if we are doing that, in future, we are going to be told that we can't investigate some of the issues here in the terms of reference because they were investigated by the Madlanga Commission. So, Chairperson, our view is very simple on this one. This must be amended. We are not going to accept this document as it is termed as a supplementary document. It must be an original statement by Lieutenant and General Mkhwanazi, because even the terms of reference, they are not similar. They are slightly different. So we can't be subjected to a process, some of us that do not even have a confidence in.
So yeah, that's what was happening. But what I'm seeing here on these news outlets, I see that they're trying to cast doubt, and they're trying to deem the ad hoc committee not important. So SABC has just released a question for the day. It says that, how much confidence do you have in this parliamentary committee investigating General Mkhwanazi's claims? Do you have confidence that the politicians will seek the truth and not grandstand and use the platforms as a political theater? You know what they're doing now? They're trying to cast doubt, because what they hate is the fact that these critical questions were brought by the EFF, and they know that in that ad hoc committee, the EFF is going to come at the forefront because they've got researchers there. So now what they're trying to do is to make it seem that like that ad hoc committee is not important, or it's not gonna work. Snawa retweeted this thing from SAPC. Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, in his press briefing on the 6th of July 2025, said that there are members of the judiciary that are implicated in corruption in law enforcement. At the Madlanga Commission, he said he was informed that President Cyril Ramaphosa was aware of disbanding the political killing stars team. We have not seen these questions and doubts being cast about the Madlanga Commission, which is led by a judiciary which is accused and established by the president, who may be implicated. We must defend institutions of democracy and electoral processes from things like this. And as we sit on the Communications Portfolio Committee, we must ask that what informs this type of media coverage. So exactly. So the media is trying by all means to really sabotage this. So it's crazy, guys, and I want to urge everybody to keep in touch with what's happening. Follow up where you can, because if you're gonna rely on media, you are going to be misled for real. They are not trying to push like a pure narrative out there. This is why I'm making this episode, because I was not gonna make this, but as I'm starting to see and listen, I'm thinking to myself, no man, there is absolutely no proper coverage on what's happening. Now they are saying it's a grandstanding. Of course they are saying that because Julius Malema is the one who was raising critical points there. That's why. So so General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi eventually started to testify and speak. So as we wait obviously to see Uguti, I think he's gonna have a day 2 as well, of his of him testifying. So we will wait for that. So yeah, guys, please let me know what you think. And if you don't know who, let's meet in the comment section. I think I will make another video tomorrow. If you don't know who I am, my name is Isabella Pelwane. Please subscribe to this channel. It's free of charge. Let's meet in the comment section. Tell me what you think, and tell me what is this narrative of trying to downplay and trying to cast a negative doubt on the ad hoc committee and trying to sabotage. I think we see these shenanigans that are happening. So let me know what you think. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.